Now for this next one, we want to talk about a couple specific things in terms of application. A little bit of review first here though. Water, multiple paper towels, brushes, paint, and then I have my image really lightly drawn in pencil on my piece of paper. So I'm mixing up my colors over here. I want to paint the donut first. I'm not using brown. I'm going to make my own brown and test it out on a piece of scrap paper. Orange, purple, yellow, white, to varying degrees of combinations. So I'm going to speed this up. For the frosting of the donut, I want to keep it very straightforward and simple. I tried to have a homogeneous, remember, completely consistent throughout mixture of pink over here. So let's see how this plays out. Remember this first example, very straightforward, very simplistic, very stylized. Now if you notice, I have a ton of paint on my brush. I'm going to come up through here. Remember, I do not want my paint to be thick and chunky. I don't want it to be watery at the same time. I want it to have a nice, smooth, and even application. I'll start working my page around as I grab more paint, always wanting to paint away from myself, coming back and double checking things as necessary. It's gotten a little thick on the edge over here, so I'm going to very carefully just wipe that up. So this should start to look like a glazed donut. We've got some dough from the donut in here. We have some pink frosting, and I'm going to end up painting some highlights in here. I'm going to take a slight bit of pink. In fact, I just wiped my brush off on my paper towel. I still have that there. I'm going to get a big scoop of white on my brush, mix that up over here on my palette, and see what that gives me. So a slightly smaller brush. What I'm aiming for are nice, clean, crisp lines. And I'm going to get that. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Well, here's a mistake. Look at that. I must have grabbed something incorrect somewhere along the way. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let that dry, and then I'm gonna come back and paint over it with what I want. I'm gonna grab what I need and come over here and paint the larger of the highlights. And just like that, it's done. Ideally, there would be some sprinkles here, but that would take too long for this demo. I tried to get a nice, smooth, even application of paint. I tried to get nice, clean, crisp lines in between my different shapes and in between my different values. Remember, more white makes it a lighter value, less white makes it a darker value. Don't forget to shape your brushes and put them handle side down. Back and side, water container put away, excess paint rinsed down the sink.